So, I'm wearing these because this is our top story, but I have to take them off. Why? Because I have to paint a little picture for you. So you're walking to a coffee shop just before work maybe. You're busy catching up with all the updates. Your phone is throwing at you. You're sending messages, maybe even doing some other stuff on your bank app or something. You pick up that coffee, reach work, settle into work, switching on your desktop system. Now I have some very, very bad news for you. What if I told you you were being monitored and watched all through this? Yes, constant surveillance is not a dystopian future. It's a reality right now, and we'll be talking about the boundaries of digital privacy today on the show. But first, let's take a look at what else we have for you on the show today. Remember, these aren't just glasses. These are also my speakers. But like I said, lots more on the show. Take a look.
Are you aware of the number of cameras around you? We'll tell you about how unnecessary surveillance by tech companies is not a dystopian future anymore. Finally, we answer to what if your sunglasses were also speakers. Meet the new Bose frames. Are they gimmicky or the summer wearable to have? We tell you. And we also take a good look at the plush interiors and the mix of tech and comfort that comes with the MG Hector. Rajiv steps inside Amazon's large fulfillment center and goes behind the scenes to take a look at all the tech that gets used.
I'm going back to my example to explain where we left off. Your phone, your camera, the CCTV at the coffee shop, other CCTVs when you're at your work, even the street CCTVs, and finally your laptop's camera. All eyes are on you at all times. You no longer own your face, as they say. If there are 20 people in a coffee shop, there are at least minimum 21 cameras. Do you know how? Well, 20 phones of those 20 people and at least minimum one camera. Minimum. There could be 7, 8 or even 10, but minimum one camera out there. So imagine if it gets into the hands of the wrong people, all this surveillance. This concern stems from a recent incident in the US where a university professor recorded certain students around their daily activities by tapping into all the cameras around them. They said it was for research, but honestly, there is a reason why Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, and many other bigwigs in the tech space tape their mics and cameras, and maybe you should too. Now, I'm not saying your laptop is constantly recording you or your phone camera is recording you, but the boundaries of digital privacy are being crossed and advertisers are constantly hungry, trying to find new ways to know what you're really up to and what can you be sold. If not in real life, then on the internet, this is happening all the time. In fact, there's this new term called fingerprinting that's just come in. Now, this has nothing to do with your fingerprint. It involves looking at various characteristics of your phone, your computer, like screen resolution, operating system, and model, then putting all this information together to try and track you down as you browse the web. The more you try not to get tracked down, the more they know where you are and what you're doing. The bad news is that this happens invisibly in the background on apps and websites. When you use a browser, it automatically gives out certain information about your hardware. Same goes for almost all the apps you use. But this doesn't necessarily mean that you start to panic now, okay? So relax. Although it is a matter of concern, there are things you can do. Fingerprinting is rampant. It has been from before. The funny thing is that it's only now that there's a word for it. As for all the cameras on you, they can't get enough of your face. Now, if it does make you feel better, tape up your computer camera or do what I do. Wherever you go, just smile and wave and say hi to everybody. Now with that, it's time to take a look at everything else that made tech headlines this week.
Instagram is taking on bullies by the comments. Well, the social media giant has launched a series of new features to try and combat cyberbullying. The first one is called Restrict, where a person restricted will not know that they are, so the user can decide whether their comment should be made visible or not. Other than this, Instagram announced an AI-powered feature that identifies comments that might be considered offensive and will ask the user to reflect on what they've typed. These features come right after Instagram was criticized for not doing enough to tackle online bullying. This Restrict feature will be tested out by the end of this month. LG has launched its new range of TVs in India. This includes various models under its Smart, LED, UHD, NanoCell and OLED AI ThinQ televisions. The TV lineup this time includes Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant, so you can now talk to your TV and throw commands at it at the click of a button. The TVs are powered by the second generation Alpha 9 Gen 2 processor, which helps optimize images and fine-tune audio. The NanoCell TV comes with minimal bezels and a nano color display. This series starts at 82,990 rupees, while the OLED series starts at a hefty 2,09,990 rupees.
No, not Rajnikant. These are Bose frames. Now, you must be thinking, Bose, I must have made a mistake. Aren't these glasses they may be having AR, VR or something like that? But why Bose? Well, we at the show were also very surprised when we heard that Bose has come out with glasses. That also, they have one or two different shapes. But the most important thing is this. Do you see this? I'm going to show this to you in close-up. Slightly wider than a normal frame, right? Look at this part. That's because it's actually got Bose speakers built into them. So you can listen to music. It does make a lot of sense, right? I mean, wearing these, you can listen to music, no other headphones required. You can take calls on this. You can actually make and receive calls on this and a whole lot more. But how much do these make sense? What all can you do with it? What all can't you do with it is exactly what our review tells you. Take a look. By the way, they are a little expensive, but remember what I said, Bose equals slightly expensive.
Gone are the days when gadgets just have one purpose. The new trend is for gadgets to be multi-purpose, stylish and to boast of great performance. Which is why we were super intrigued and excited to try out Bose frames. Are these just stylish glasses from the audio giant? No, these are sunglasses which double up as headphones. Innovation or marketing gimmick? Let's find out. On first impression, we have to say they look really cool and tick off the design boxes. We wouldn't mind wearing these out in the sun since the style that we have, Alto, is right on trend with their large frames in black. We did feel though that they're a bit heavy for this hot Indian summer and it was a bit cumbersome to wear them for long periods of time. And now let's dive right into the tech. This claims to be a tech wearable which also appears to be a premium set of sunglasses given the price. These Bose frames are priced at 21,900 rupees. These are essentially a personal audio device and also claim to be the world's first audio augmented reality platform. We'll dive into the AR aspect in just a bit. One arm of the sunglasses houses the tiniest, thinnest, most lightweight Bose system ever. So if you pair these sunglasses using Bluetooth to your phone, you can stream music and information, take and make calls, and access virtual assistants like Google Assistant.
DLF Place Saket is 18 minutes from your location by car in heavy traffic.
We tried playing tracks from our phone while wearing the sunglasses and were surprisingly impressed with the audio quality. It almost felt as though we're wearing earphones. The sound leakage isn't much and the person standing next to us could only hear our music if we cranked up the volume to full. There is only one tiny button for controls. This button can be used for touch and voice control and also be used to pause and skip songs. As far as the audio quality for voice calls is concerned, it was a bit hollow. But do remember you're wearing sunglasses and not earphones. So Bose does get points for innovation in hardware here. And now coming to the big augmented reality claim. Bose claims that these frames know where you are and what you're facing using a 9-axis head motion sensor and the GPS from your iOS or Android device, and automatically adds a layer of audio through Bose AR apps, connecting that place and time to endless possibilities for travel, learning, entertainment, gaming, and more. While these frames may support AR, do note that currently the platform for these sound-only AR experiences is very limited and there aren't many applications for the same. We also tried using Google Maps while wearing the Bose frames and found it quite useful. This would be handy if you like trekking or exploring new streets on holiday, one less piece of tech to carry. The frames come with a lithium battery that connects to an included pogo pin cable for charging. The frame lasted us around 3 hours for playback, which isn't great, and we would have liked more battery at this price point. All in all, we love the innovation here, and even though audio can't compete with a Bose audio product, the frames are pretty intuitive and we like the fact that we won't need to carry an additional item and put it on in this hot weather. This isn't a perfect blend of audio and optics, but a move in the right direction. Since this is Bose's first foray into optics, we hope that both the hardware and software will only get better and more augmented reality features will come to the platform. But don't forget, you may look funny wearing this indoors since they are sunglasses, so the use is limited to outdoors. But that's for our verdict. What do people think of these out-of-ordinary glasses? Can they identify it? And would they go for something like this? Let's find out. What are your first impressions?
The innovation is interesting, but the practicality also needs to be important. It's not something that I would be comfortable with.
If you have augmented reality, that's pretty good. It's not a bad price point, yeah.
really nice. Yeah, it's really nice. You don't need a earphone or something. Like this is what you use every day. Like when you're out, you are wearing one of those, and if you can hear music and you can do your normal stuff that you do with your phone, that's really nice.
It's a heavy investment, though I am a Bose fan, but it would be in a 50-50 split, you know. So depends on the mood. If I feel like it, of course, I'll go out and buy. But if I look at a pure practical sense, I would say a no-go for sure.
So you know that amazing adventure, the journey we've been taking together on the MG Motor Hector? Well, it's coming to an end, yes, sadly. And today we'll talk about things like comfort and the kind of utilities and convenience that incredible SUV gives you. Take a look. Have you seen how some people are actually trying to open the tailgate because the sensor has been put somewhere inside out there? That's supposed to be an amazing feature, doesn't really work. Some people have to climb almost underneath the car to do it. But this is MG Motor, the Hector, and I could do opening the tailgate in various ways. I could use the key, I could do it from inside, I could use a one-touch button out here, which is a great luxury. But this car, as we've been discovering, is all about serious technology. So why won't I use tech to do it? I'm going to use my app. Watch this. Ta-da! Isn't that really, really cool? But what's really cool is there are so many other features, luxury features and other features that have been built into this that really make a difference. For instance, driver part of it, completely motorized controls for the driver's seat, leather seat covers all across, 60-40 split ratio. The back part completely flat. Usually there's a little step up on the floor part of it. It's completely and totally flat out here. And I showed you this tailgate. So lots and lots of these incredible features out here, which is really, really cool. I feel a car like this must have all of this. Of course, these guys have overdone it. There's so many more. Let's take a look at what all they have.
If you thought the MG Hector is brimming with technology, you should think again, because comfort and convenience didn't take a back seat either. Inside the MG Hector, things do get interesting. Once you can take your stare away from the 10.4-inch touchscreen head unit, you are also greeted with plush interiors and the band of leather on the dashboard that uplift the cabin ambience. It also comes with an 8-speaker Harman Infinity audio system. Available only in a 5-seat form and a 587-litre flat rear floor boot space, the MG Hector is larger than similarly priced SUVs and therefore gives you an extremely roomy cabin whether you're driving or being driven. The driver's seat comes with a 6-way powered seat adjustment, while the front passenger seat comes with a 4-way adjustment feature. All 5 seats come with great back and thigh support, and the second row seats come with a 60-40 split and a flat floorboard. Another thing we love, height customizable one-touch power tailgate via the iSmart app adds to the convenience. The ambient or mood lighting is a first in class that the MG Hector comes with and can be set to display with any of the 8 presets. There will be 120 MG centers by June and 250 by September.
We'll take a quick break right now. On the show, when we come back, so much more still to go. So, you know, it happens pretty frequently. Amazon Prime Day is around the corner. But today, the story I have for you is dramatically different. I mean, we're not talking about Amazon Prime Day. We're talking about that incredible number of orders that Amazon gets and the technology that is used to actually fulfill that order. You know, what happens? Think about it. You're on your phone, you're on your laptop, you're on your desktop computer, you order 5 or 6 different things, and then sometimes within 24 hours, those products have already reached you. Do you realize the amount of incredible technology that actually takes place behind your back? Well, I went to one of Amazon's biggest fulfillment centers, and I actually got you this story. This is a behind-the-scenes look on how that magic actually happens. Take a look. Big trucks, big packages, small packages, everything coming in and out. at the speed of light. Something must be happening that is very unique. Yes, a very unique story. I'm here at one of Amazon's biggest fulfillment centers in the country, just outside Delhi. We're going to do a very interesting story. That entire thought process of the fact that you press a button on Amazon and within a day or two, if you're a Prime member or you sometimes even otherwise, your package actually arrives within such a short while. What happens behind the scenes? What's the technology? What's the process? How detailed and complex is that entire process? Today we're going to take a look at that entire journey. You know, we take it for granted. We press the button, we've actually got the product and we don't even give it a second thought. But so much happens inside out here that it's actually an amazing adventure. So join me on this adventure at the Amazon Fulfillment Center. Let's go. So you know what fascinates me about this place? Of course, I've shown you how huge it is, right? 3 floors, massive, massive floors. But it has to be, right? But the thing that really interests me, intrigues me, is the amount of stuff that's here. I walked through one aisle, it had tires on one side, that's actually car tires, it had popcorn on the other. I'm walking through this right now and look at the amount of stuff we have. All different products at all times, all over. In fact, it's incredible how much stuff it has. But you know, this is a very interesting step. So what is it that happens at the fulfillment center? This is where the sellers send their product in. The inventory is actually put in out here. Then it's measured, it's weighed, it's marked. Then it goes to its respective shelf, and there's a whole science and methodology to it, which we'll take you through.
The Amazon Fulfillment Center is vast. It's a space where all products are stored even before orders have been placed. Working efficiency through algorithms and logic are used, including Amazon's SLAM system, which stands for Scan, Label, Apply, and Manifest, to speed up the packing process and get them to impatient customers around the country. There are more than 50 such warehouses across India. Sorting, packaging, checking is all part of the process, and there is a whole lot of technology that gets used in this high-tech warehouse. Merchants send products with their own barcodes. Each item has a unique Amazon standard identification number. The products are then scanned by a QB scan machine, which can detect the height, weight, length, and breadth of a product in a single scan. This determines where the product should be stored. Once the products are placed on the shelves, they are ready to be bought off Amazon.
But you know the most interesting part? So I'll give you an example. The minute this is placed into this shelf, immediately right there and then it's available on the Amazon app for you to buy. That's what makes this so efficient. That's how good the tech out here is.
Once an order is placed, associates use the shortest route to get to it. They do this through wireless scanners.
Do you know how it happens? So this wireless scanner will guide a person right to the product, that aisle, the rack, the shelf it's stored on, and immediately once they find the product, they put them onto these yellow totes that are flowing down this conveyor belt onto the packaging area. Very efficient, and I have to tell you, this is technology that really makes my head spin.
Once the orders are picked from different pickers, they are segregated by each customer's order so that all of them can be packed in one box instead of multiple boxes. They are put into these totes or crates and sent off on their way to the packaging and weight stations.
So you see all these totes that are coming down. Here's another part of the technology that is quite amazing. These totes know exactly where to go. So each tote that is coming in will either carry on, or as you can see, this tote that is coming in right now will know which packaging area to go to. It may just go down this aisle. So let's see, does it do it? No, it wants to carry on forward. But it'll actually go down this aisle and go down into a packaging center, which is exactly where we're heading to now. So you see the tote has now arrived, that yellow tote has arrived at the packaging area, and she's going to package this along with maybe other products to send it off to the customer. But something very unique happens out here. The package that is being done out here is now tallied against the original weight of the product. This little step that they have, that before they actually put any product into the shelf out there, it's measured and it's weighed. This eliminates the chances of any wrong product going out. So let's say one particular thing is 800 grams and maybe the box is another 100 grams. They know this packet should be 900 grams and nothing more. The minute it's a little bit less or more, they know that the wrong product could be going out to a customer, and that really makes all the technology here really very efficient.
And finally, each product goes through a 6-sided check and it is again scanned. This is also where the customer label is generated, post the system verifies the weight of the product and the package as per its records. If it doesn't match, that product is removed. The packages are sealed and then sent on their way to various locations around the country to happy customers.
That then is the show for the week, but boy have I got an incredible story for you. So DJI, the famous drone makers, finally have made what a lot of people across the world are calling the GoPro killer. I'm going to give you one hint. This one actually has a built-in screen in the front, which means you can adjust your frame and know exactly what you're shooting. You don't need any remote control, you don't need any app, you don't need any phone. Could that be the reason it actually is better than the GoPro? We'll go into extreme detail. That's happening next week. See you then.